Uh-oh. I was just asking for chuffs. I didn't need a trapeze show. But Nova says I've got other plans here. Quite the balancing act to start off our live post. Miss Nova here getting, she's excited to be live with everyone today on this Wednesday. Hey, thank you for those chuffs, pretty girl. Chuffing hello to me, and certainly chuffing hello to you all as you file in on today's live post. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As I always say, come one, come all. We are live here at the Wildcat Sanctuary visiting with some of the rescued residents that you do so much to support. What do you think, Miss Nova? And I am using our older microphone. We're having some microphone issues, and so I'm plugged in, doing it old school, Miss Nova. So far, so good. It looks like everyone can hear me. Good afternoon, Lisa Wallstrom. Hello, Rayanne Rowland. There's Kendra Ditto. Hey, Kendra. Rayanne and Lisa, glad to have you three. Ellen Simmons, good afternoon. Ellen, what's going on down there in Iowa? Are you going to be getting some of the snow that is coming towards the Midwest? Well, tonight and over the weekend, we'll talk a little bit about that snow accumulation. Mr. Thor Jr. Hi, pretty kitty, says Tracy Sim. And Thor Jr. certainly hopes he is included in that pretty kitty sentiment. Hey, Betty Winter, good morning from California. Glad to have you, Betty. Susan Mensa, hey, Susan. So excited, says Krista Christensen. There's Marilyn Grant. Everybody's filing in here, Mr. Thor. And Mr. Thor, the folks won't see it just yet. They'll probably start seeing it trickle onto social media next week. But Thor, he says, I had a blast with some fun Valentine's enrichment earlier today. The big day, Valentine's Day, whether you loathe it or love it, well, it'll be here next Friday. And the cats, at least, have been celebrating Valentine's Day by enjoying some unique, festive, and love-themed enrichment. Thor, you had a box. We had some painted balls distributed to some of the different tigers. Miss Nova here, Indy, Dash. So really a lot to come on the Valentine's Day front. Hi, pretty girl. Chuffs from Nova. That will get you right. Let's see what else is happening here. Faith coming in and doing her heroic deed of tagging everyone. I appreciate that, Faith, as always. What are you looking for? Little lion song from Leo across the way. Ooh, Daria, it's one of the topics of conversation today. We're going to be getting some weather here in Minnesota, and I think it's going to be kind of touching all of the Midwest. Daria in Chicago mentioning that you are in line for an ice storm. Yikes. We're in line for snow. I am happy that it is not ice because I'm sure many of you are aware of some of the previous ice storms that we've had in the past and how it affected us. Certainly a lot of learning from those moments, but nonetheless, Daria, that ice storm, no fun. Please stay safe. Yowzer. Yeah, please stay safe. What's Mr. Dash doing? Yeah, you just want to keep stalking me. I thought you were going to play with your barrel. We'll check in with Mr. Dashers across the way here. Hey, Barbara Brewer. Glad to have you with us on this live. And, well, he is set up and ready, typical stalking position. Well, for any of the tigers here in Wild Woodlands, they're always looking for any opportunity to stretch their wild side and feel like a predator and stalk and be that kind of invisible. Seeing that from you, Mr. Dash. So we'll let him finish out his stalk. I just got a chuff, so maybe he is done stalking. Some more hellos to give. Iona Bellows. Hey, Iona. Glad to have you with us on this live. You're checking in from Canada, our neighbor to the north. Maria Vaughn saying hi to Olivia. The cats and dog. And Olivia is kicking butt right now, it's really cool. And I'm sure, it's always worth talking about this more, is that we really want our internship experience, both animal care and media internship programs, to be as comprehensive as possible. And during their 6 months here, that's not just them coming here, learning the things that are within their job description, so to speak. We also want them to be able to be an advocate and know what's happening, kind of in the greater big cat rescue world. What an education, and they're talking very simply about the captive wildlife, kind of the 101 of the captive wildlife crisis. And yeah, just another good example of, just like I said, we're just trying to create as comprehensive of a learning opportunity for our interns, both media and animal care, during their 6 months here, to really outfit them to be advocates for our rescues, even when they're not here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Well, hi, Mr. Dashers. We got some more people joining us today. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Happy Wednesday. We are halfway through the week, Mr. Dashers. We're going to be getting some snow here at the Wildcat Sanctuary tonight. And our snow-loving cats like Dash, he says, Mr. Dashers. And I guess it's worth showing. I mean, sometimes Dash plays with the ball and in his own way, and he's kind of mounting it there, unfortunately, as you can see. Dash, that's just not the best for a live post here. You kind of mount it, but I guess boys will be boys, and Dash, you're entitled to do whatever you want, Mr. Wildcat. But nonetheless, you were playing with your ball a little more appropriately, I should say, for our Valentine shoot, so I appreciate that. Sue Mulvaney, watching from Toronto. We are in a type of snow globe yesterday. Hope everyone is safe where you live. Well, Sue, certainly we're doing well. We're anticipating some snow ourselves here in northern Minnesota. So it looks like what you received is going to be coming down our way. We're in a little bit of a pseudo snow globe here in northern Minnesota. We haven't had a whole lot of snow precipitation yet this year. So we're looking to add to our totals, and I can tell you that rescues like Dash are certainly looking forward to a little bit more snow. Well, look at that. I hope she's watching. Daria mentioning that it's one of our supporters, Paula Johnson's birthday. And, of course, I can't get a good angle on you, Dashers. That's exciting. I hope you're watching, Paula Johnson. But from me, Dash, and your huge, huge beloved sponsor family, a happy TWS birthday to you, Paula Johnson. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And a happy birthday from Dash. And he says, I thank you because, boy, oh boy, you, along with so many people, make life oh so sweet for rescues like me. Happy birthday, Paul. A lot of love in the comments, too, for Paula. Thank you, everyone. Trish, yowzer, you're in Alberta, and you're checking in at negative 24. Yikes, that is cold, cold, cold. Ellen Simmons, you're down in a snowless central Iowa here. Well, and certainly we're talking about snow, and what happens, Dash, when snow melts? It turns to water, and as a matter of fact, you all know that we are about halfway through our new well fundraiser. Well, I should say, as a matter of fact, Dash, it's running until the end of the month. Our e-newsletter this week actually got to applaud you all for helping us reach, oh, Dash is applauding you in his own tiger way here, for helping us reach a little over our goal of $20,000 towards this new well. I think we're just about over the hill at about $10,000, $11,000, Mr. Dash, if I'm not mistaken. So certainly something, as we're talking about snow and the many forms it comes in, water, my little connective tissue, Dash, I tried. To know that our well fundraiser is still active, and a big thank you to everyone who's helped us get over that halfway mark. And now I think if we could just get some lullaby music playing in the background, Dash is gonna just kind of fall right into a tiger slumber. Love my Dasher, says Patricia A. There's Sherry Donaldson. Hey, Sherry. Krista Christensen, that's another good thing to talk about. You are kind of casting, your guesses for what, the winner of the big game, Dash. We have to say big game around these parts because the big bad NFL will come and get you for copyright reasons. But the big game that we all know is happening this Sunday. Well, as a matter of fact, just today we have uploaded the Ukraine Lion Pride making their choice right on our YouTube channel. So though I'd love you to stay on this live post, I wouldn't be too upset about you leaving, going to watchwildcats.com and checking out the Ukraine Pride picking the winner of this year's big game. That's live on our YouTube channel, watchwildcats.com. And of course, I even more so would appreciate you staying on this live with Dash and I, and then you can go and watch and see what the Ukraine Pride picked. Dash, this is a kind of awkward angle for the camera, and I think I'll have to keep this party moving. I want to kind of walk around the corner here and maybe see, can already see Indy coming up and giving me her patented hello. Hey, pretty girl. Hey, pretty girl. And thank you for that, Ellen, giving me the exact number on just how far past our halfway mark on the fundraiser. I should have gotten that exact number. I know that I saw it in my head earlier this week, so thank you, Ellen. We're about a little over $13,000 of a goal of $20,000. And boy, oh boy, thank you all for getting us this far. Indy's going to give her own tiger thanks here as well, it seems. And then speaking of e-newsletters, I can see the remains of Indy's giant tiger popsicle, quite possibly the world's largest tiger popsicle. Indy was, of course, just like all of our rescues, are doted upon by our caretakers, and we like giving them things, enrichment items that are unique to them and that they would enjoy. And Indy, she was given kind of a layer cake, so to speak, of different frozen enrichment, or different bloodsickles, I should say. So I might be able to get a little bit of a good angle here, Indy. And you can see some of the different layers. And boy, oh boy, Indy, if I could tell you, it is not an kind of overnight process. Getting each one of those layers frozen and then on there, according to Jackie, it took about a month or so to make. And it looks like she's got about halfway through it. And you can see, I see one thin layer on the bottom, then a thicker layer, another layer. So 1, 2, 3, 4 total flavors, tiger flavors, for a cat like Indy. I could tell you very much, that's a carnivore cake and then some. I'm not going to be dipping my finger into the mixer to sample those ingredients, Miss Indy. You can rest assured on that. It was huge, says Ellen. Wow, talk about huge. That's a huge tiger yawn, pretty girl. She says, I'm biding my energy because I hear that when I wake up tomorrow that there's going to be a whole lot more snow out here. Marcy Sanborn asking, I know you have much larger freezers than I do, but how long does it take to freeze a popsicle that size? And you're right, Marcy, and kind of like I was driving at, it is not an overnight process. It is a lot of, kind of making one of those layers and then letting it freeze. Usually it's about a 48-hour period for us to get a full kind of freeze. And just as we're kind of wanting to cycle in the different flavors, as Jackie included in that bloodsicle, that also kind of made it a little bit more of a protracted process. So definitely, like I said, not an overnight thing, but if we're just going to be making a regular old bloodsicle from start to finish, I'd probably say it's about a 48-hour process if we want those big, large bloodsickles that we know a big cat like Indy would enjoy during the summer months. I can tell all the tigers are listening to something that my human ears cannot hear. Here's some deer in the woods, maybe, Miss Indy. Maybe it's the hum of a UTV across the way. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, I am so happy to be basking in your beauty. Yannette Lopez asking, where is the sanctuary at? Yannette, we are located in Sandstone, Minnesota. It's also worth saying that we are close to the public, and as a true rescue sanctuary, cats like Indy, we find that their best rescued life is is complete without other humans coming to visit them. So though we know that many of our supporters would love to come see the cats in person, we also know that they understand the type of life that we want our rescues to have. One that's free of exploitation, one that is full of freedom of choice, like you're seeing Indy and Dash here. So certainly love when people are curious, where is this sanctuary? We're in Sandstone, Minnesota, and we are close to the public, and I think a lot of the people watching this will get excited about that. I think that, people are quick to think, well, I can't visit, then that's no fun. But when I say you can't visit, to me, that's always kind of an immediate translation that we're here for the cats and that the support you give has a direct impact on the rescues that you see every single day here. What are you two doing, So we're just horsing around. I'd like to go walk over and maybe check in to see if Daisy is around. And then we might just call it a live post. So I'm getting a stalk from Indy here. Nice to see that sun kind of poking out here. It's been relatively, kind of sunny today. But as I mentioned, I think a majority of our snow is going to be coming overnight here. And so that cloud cover is going to be settling in here quite shortly. And we're getting an invisible tiger. She's barely going to peek that eye out so she can see us. This is a great stalk for everyone to see. You can see a tail wiggle. Joom. And I saw that eye pop out, and I knew that it was go time for a pretty gal like you. Marcy saying, just a tiger doing tiger things. And we wouldn't have it any other way here at the Wildcat Sanctuary. Let's see if our girl Daisy is up to no good here. Of course, I see her sticking her head out of her bedroom. Pretty Daisy! Maybe I can just walk down and get a chuff. Another thing, as I always say, I like seeing kind of the difference in opinion and on what each cat wants to be doing. Indy, Dash, saying, hey, we're hanging out, we're being social. Looks like Daisy, she says, well, I'm kind of in my bedroom right now, I'm doing my thing. Indy, she says, this is my one last chance to be the star of today's live post. Start rolling and rubbing. We came to see your neighbor, pretty girl. Hey. I saw the face of a pretty tiger. Yeah, and then you're stalking me from inside. Hey, Daisy. Well, hello. She says, I'm more in predatory mode, and I'm looking at you like you're a big chicken piece. And Daisy, that's just fine. Because another thing, as we're kind of talking about the ABCs of the Wildcat Sanctuary, how we're close to the public, how we're a true rescue sanctuary. Another thing you're never going to see is us come into contact with our rescues and obviously try to educate on the importance of what is a compassionate interaction with an apex predator like Daisy. And Daisy, well, she is sweet, but boy, oh boy, at the end of the day, she is a tiger. And I would never, ever, ever mistake Daisy for anything else. And which is why we here at the Wildcat Sanctuary are always going to respect our rescues for exactly what they are. Though Daisy might be social, she likes coming up and saying hello. Just like I said, at the end of the day, she's a tiger. That's how she was programmed. And at the Wildcat Sanctuary, our rescues are always going to be respected for what they are. And again, Daisy, I'd like to think that's kind of yet another reason why some of our supporters identify with us at the Wildcat Sanctuary and support us, is because they know that we're trying to do this type of honest rescue work, Daisy, that unfortunately a lot of kind of bad players, so to speak, who aren't accredited sanctuaries, who aren't a member of our accredited sister sanctuary network, unfortunately just being misinformative and misleading, and especially in the age of social media that we live in. Yes, Miss Naughty Girl. I know, I don't have anything. I know, I could kind of tell you were in food mode. And I don't have anything, pretty girl, so I'll keep on trucking. But your curly Q tail looks extra curly today, She says, yeah, I'm in food mode. No chuffs for you. Well, I'm going to quickly go around the corner, see if we can maybe say a hi and goodbye to Nova and Thor. And if not, I think we'll call this a successful live post on this Wednesday. It does feel good to feel a lot of these live posts so far this winter. I haven't been trudging enough. Need to be trudging through snow on our live posts. You need to hear me breathing heavily. Looks like Nova's found a good spot on her plat baby show. She was on her platform and quickly moved into her pool. I'm gonna make sure